What's up, everybody? Finally made it out to my second show. This was the first time we've had kind of a local show in the Baton Rouge, Louisiana area, so had to go check it out. Obviously, this was this past Saturday, and full room of vendors. All the tables were full, tons of people there. It was a great time, great turnout, and we bought a few things. Nothing crazy big, but definitely some nice cards, and just kind of want to give you a little snapshot into how it went and what we picked up. Camera work is not great because it was with my phone and just tried to kind of pick my places and not just shove cameras in people's faces. So just tried to film where I could to kind of not be super in anybody's faces or anything like that if they didn't want to be on the camera or if whatever. So that's all. Just wanted to kind of give you a little intro into this. So let's get to it. Hey everybody, figured I'd just do a voiceover because it was loud and the camera work's not the best, but this is just kind of me walking through the show. This is what a lot of the tables looked like, just tons of top loaders, raw cards, all on each table. Went through a lot of boxes, $5 boxes, $1 boxes. Had some cases with some bigger cards as well, as you can see here. A lot of the tables, I will say this, really good as far as showing prices, so it's not like you had to go, hey, how much for this, what do you want for that? A few tables didn't, but most pretty well priced. You can see this was one of the showcases that had some higher end stuff. And here is a local grading company, so this is called Golden Grading. So I figured I'd showcase them. They had a booth set up, grading on site. That's what the labels look like. I'm not sure about them. I actually ended up winning a gift card to them, so I'll be getting one card graded there for sure. And then they had a couple of tables that had some nice raw vintage selections. And again, so here's the table where I ended up doing the deal on the dual patch, as you can see right there. Check it out. That'll be focused here in the recap. But yeah, some really cool cards. This guy had nothing but raw. This was a kid that was doing her own break. It's really cool to see. So as you can see, a few of the tables there. A wide shot of the show. Super busy. Here's me working the deal with the other guy where we worked on that deal. And I'll go over it now. All right, little recap from the show this past weekend. So here in Baton Rouge, there was a local card show. We went out to spend, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half or so there, and got some nice little pickups, or at least I thought so. And we'll kind of go through what I picked up. Not a ton, and didn't spend a huge amount of money, but definitely was able to pick up some cool cards. Wanted to share them with y'all. So first up, this was a silver elite Cam Akers out of $8.99. So not super short printed, $8.99, but at least it is numbered. It's a rookie card. I like the uniform, I like the card design, and it's a silver numbered Cam Akers. I like him a lot going into the season. So I think his market's going to spike up here in August, September. So had to pick up a Cam Akers. So this was in a $1 box, actually. Again, big Clyde Edwards-Helaire fan. Saw a field level select in a $1 box. I'll take that every day. Next up, so along with, and we're going to take this out. But along with this Cam Akers card, I found this Antonio Gibson Silver Prism Black. Thought it was really awesome card, and it's a little OC, but not too terrible. I'm gonna have to look at the surface and see if it's clean. But yeah, it's a little top to bottom and definitely a little left to right. Off center both ways. back's a little OC, but not crazy bad. I've seen some stuff slabbed up with gem grades with less than that. The rookie logo's a little bit off, but all in all, very cool card, and picked that one up as well. And last but not least in that deal, and I actually don't know I know why I got this card. So this was a card that just took me back to my youth, and I couldn't pass it up. It was in there for, I think this was in the $2 bin, or $2 box, and you know, just super cool card to me. I had the set of the Coca-Cola Monsters of the Gridiron, and when I was a kid collecting in the 90s, when these came out, these were my favorite cards, bar none. And I set up at a, I think it was a coin show that was local. My dad was setting up, and I told him I wanted to go with him, and I was going to set up and sell sports cards. And I had a box. These were all, so I had some that were out, but just laying on the table, but the prized possessions, the Monsters of the Gridiron, were behind a box, or in a box. So definitely thought a lot of them, and I ended up selling them, but yeah, I thought that was too cool to get that back there, the Lone Star Sheriff. And yeah, so Emmitt Smith was one of my favorite players growing up. I was a big Cowboys fan, Saints/Cowboys fan, but the Saints were terrible in the 90s, so I watched a lot of Cowboys games. So again, this was a deal. These all came from the same seller. I think so. I want to say both of these were in the $5 box, and then that was in the $2 section, and I got them to do them all for $10. So basically just throwing that one in for free. I thought that was a pretty good deal. You know, not steal, but definitely a good deal to me. And I got the card that I kind of really wanted, basically for free. So this one was a he had $10 on it, and he was doing a deal because it was getting towards the back half of the day of the show, and so he was cutting all of his prices by 50%. So picked this one up for $5. Relatively clean copy. I thought the corners looked pretty good, edges looked pretty good, and it's a LeBron second year. So this is the 2004 upper deck, got the American flag in the background. You know, for $5, couldn't pass that up. And so here are the two big purchases to me. This was just really cool. So the same guy that had that LeBron right there had this one. That's what I paid on it, was the 25. So I tried to move him off of that 25 number. What I wanted was both of these cards for 25. So they were both at the same show. They were both at the same table. The LeBron and this card both at the same table, and this was just insane. RPA with just a nasty patch for Jarvis Landry, numbered to 300. And I mean, that's just a sick card. Big Jarvis Landry fan. Being an LSU alum, had to pick this one up. So I don't know if this was a redemption. I guess it was. That's why it's like in a top specific top loader. But yeah, I mean, just super clean card. The guy was selling it for somebody else, so he told me this was in a box that he said was the only box that was not 50% off. So I looked through it, found this card, and I said, oh man, looked at the price, $25. I said, well, I'm definitely getting it. Thinking to myself, I'll even pay the $25 for it. But I'd rather get it all for $25. So this and the LeBron for $25. But I didn't want to give up not getting it, and so he wouldn't budge on the price of the LeBron. Said he couldn't budge on this one because it technically wasn't his card. He was selling it for somebody else. I went ahead and bit the bullet and bought it. RPA for Jarvis Landry with a sick patch, numbered to 300. Even for $25, I was good with that. Last but not least, so this was the most expensive card that I got, and I'm gonna have to get a better top loader and a better sleeve for it. This is what we're dealing with now. Golly. Okay. So this is a combo dual patch game worn Lebron-Magic combo. So obviously you can see a little bit of wear up here, but really a pretty good card all in all, as you can see. Used in an official NBA game. So really happy to get that one. I actually didn't pay for this. I got this in trade. So I traded a Joe Burrow HGA 9.0 red, white, blue parallel, along with and I've got a picture of what I traded. I'll drop that here. But I traded the red, white, blue 9 Burrow, the Goodwin's Champions, I don't know what it's called, Color Splash, and then another Joe Burrow Call to Arms from Playbook. So 3 Joe Burrows, which I didn't love giving up more than that, but comping this one out, one had sold for $77, one had sold for I think like right at $100, and then 2 had sold around the $150 mark. And just, I feel like a game worn patch numbered to $4.99 of Magic or LeBron would be worth it. Getting the combo, I usually don't like 2 guys on 1 card, but in this situation, couldn't pass it up. You know, you got 2 goats and just real clean card, and had to give up something that I thought, you know, I'm a big believer in Burrow long term, but I couldn't pass up giving up a Burrow that's definitely printed more than 500 cards, and it's only a 9 mint grade, and so not super sold on it as far as married to it or whatever. Actually, I don't think I did pull that card, so I don't remember what I had in the card raw, but you know, it was a 60-day return to $20 grading fee, and then the others, it was like a $5 card and a card that I pulled that, you know, was about $5 to $10 value. So I was kind of valuing it around the 125 mark for everything in. Really, realistically, was kind of trying to push that value up to 150. But I originally came out and wanted to do the 1-for-1, this card for the HGA 9 Burrow red, white, and blue. We kind of hemmed and hawed, thought about some other stuff, and then went through some of my raw stuff and was able to get this one done. So super happy to get that one. Super happy to get these others as well. So, like I said, not anything too crazy. We didn't go too crazy at the show, but did pick up a couple of big time cards, at least for us. The dual patch, the RPA, and then the second year American flag LeBron, and a couple silver cards, throwback Emmitt Smith, and the Clyde Edwards E-layer filled level for good measure. All right, guys, let me know what you think. Did I get smashed on that trade? Did I do good? What do you think about this combo dual patch card? What about that RPA of Jarvis Landry? Any of these others catch your eye? Let me know what you think. Thanks for checking it out, guys. Till next time. See you.